Hey guys, so as you could probably tell from the title, the DM has done goofed. While we were recording this, I didn't realize, but OBS, the system we use to record these, had deleted my microphone from the settings. So as we were playing, it looks like if you were listening to the audio of the video without this overlay, it would seem like everyone is talking to a being they can only hear in their head. And there are long bouts of silence because I was explaining things as the DM, go figure. Um, so, what I'm just going to do is just do a brief recap of what happened in this session and maybe just hit some major plot points of what the players learned anyway. So what we started off is we figured out that this is a Vistani area, and the Vistani are planeswalkers that travel from plane to plane, kind of just partying and having a good time and trying to swindle people out of coin. And as our party greatly likes to point out, they're very gypsy-like. They had also come to find out that Madame Ava is a Vistana who can read fortunes with deadly accuracy, and she had been told of them from her fortune readings and called them all by name and knew them and of their travels before coming to this land. They also learned that they are in the land of Barovia, which is a land none of them had ever heard of before, or if they had heard of it, only in tales of long ago. They would learned that from Madame Ava that um, Strahd had brought them here, and Strahd is kind of the devil of Barovia, and he's cursed to these lands for all time. He is our big bad guy anyway. I'll go over the card readings that Madame Ava did just so you guys have a better understanding of what the players learned. So the first card told of history and knowledge of the ancient, and it would help them better understand their enemy. The card drawn was the Five of Coins, the guild member. Um, she said that she saw a dark room filled with bottles. It is in the tome of a guild member. The second item told of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The card pulled was the Three of Swords, the soldier. She said, "Go to the mountains and climb the White Tower. It is guarded by the Golden Knights." The third was a card of power and strength. It told of a weapon of vengeance and a sword of sunlight. The Nine of Glyphs, the traitor, was pulled. They were told to look for a wealthy woman, a staunch ally of the devil. She keeps this treasure under lock and key and with the bones of an ancient enemy. The fourth card told of an enemy of Strahd, one that would help them against the darkness. The card pulled was the Broken One. Your greatest ally will be a wizard, she said. His mind broken, but his spells are strong. The fifth card told of the enemy himself, telling them where they would be able to find him for the final battle. And then she told them that he would lurk in a hall of bones in the dark pits of his castle. This was further emphasized by the jester. You can kind of see briefly on the maps if you're watching this, but I sped it up, so probably kind of hard to see. But they also met a jester who was a part of this, very bard-like in his singing and dancing and juggling, who told them a story of an ancient wizard who fought with the devil of Barovia atop his castle, flinging spells, but eventually was struck down and thrown down a waterfall. Though there are tales of an ancient madman who shoots lightning at the waterfall, killing fish and ranting about random things. They also had a bit of just fireside chat, just learning more about each other and their characters. It wasn't a terribly too much that went on. More just learning about how Alalin is a werepanther, and Thok coming from being a slave in the gladiatorial games and coming from the mines. West being a cleric of the Raven Queen, and he spoke with the Raven a little bit, not directly, but kind of got some good feelings that the Raven was there to um, help him. Though many secrets may belie that Raven, who knows? um, and Bronwyn kind of was just getting a feel for the party and um, maybe holding back her true intention of getting away from home. They then decided, much to my chagrin, to move to Valaki, as Madame Eva said. That town held the wealthiest burgomaster, and would probably um, aid them in finding the Sun Sword. I think they had also originally attempted um, to question about the mountains, and were given a map of Barovia to help them maybe chart a course. They were offered safe passage to Barovia by the Vistani, who were headed that way, but had decided to take the road to Vallaki. Um, with some lucky rolls on their part, they were able to dodge most of the um, dangers that headed their way, but in the end, ended up encountering a group of starving dire wolves who attacked them and nearly did them in. Some pretty unlucky rolls on their part in the beginning, and a couple of crits on my part. Definitely put our heroes in a bind. But they did manage to pull it out in the end and take the wolves down. And I believe we ended at the gates of Valaki for that night. So wasn't a terrible amount that went down. I think the only thing that they saw but ended up being like, nope, 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 was an old windmill that appeared in the distance. But they decided, nope, and skipped that uh, pretty quickly. But who knows? It might come back. But yeah, that besides that, hopefully we can have all these audio issues and stuff figured out and